I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with them. I'll probably for sure sell the trailer and one of the snowmobiles. The other one is like kind of nostalgic for me. It's a sled that it's not the first sled that I ever owned, but it's very similar to my first sled. And my uncle actually had this sled when I was a kid, and I remember thinking it was super cool. I think it's a 95 Polaris XLT 600 triple. Seems like it's in really good shape. The other one is like an Indy Trail. I don't know what motor's in that. Could be like a 440 or 488 fan. Probably a really doggy sled. But they both look to be in like really good condition. The trailer, the guy said it would have zero issues like towing it home like an hour. He said that he's pulled it up north like 15 times, no problem. He just said that the wood's starting to get a little bit bad and could probably be replaced, but I don't really have any interest in the trailer. It's just a two-place open. I've had the last like 5 or 6 trailers I've owned. We're all enclosed trailers, so ideally I would stick with an enclosed trailer. But I don't even know if I'll end up riding this one. Maybe if I wouldn't bring it up north, I don't think, because it's just not. I mean, the sleds from the 90s don't have the suspension and stuff. The power is there, but it's more of a nostalgic thing for me, like a classic, kind of like buying a classic car for those kind of people. But yeah, so I came across it, offered the guy what I was willing to pay for it. Didn't really expect him to take it, and he said okay. So it's a good deal. I pretty much could sell. Wow, there's a car flipped upside down. I don't know how that happens. That's crazy. I would have got out of this lane, but there was cars next to me, and I didn't see it until I came around the corner. Yeah, so on my way now to pick it up. Hopefully there's no issues with the trailer, but we'll kind of play it by ear. Yeah, I'm going to probably list the trailer and the one sled today just to get them moved and then decide what I want to do with the other one. But pretty much, if I sell the trailer and the second sled, should pay what I'm paying for the first sled. So that sled's basically free, and then I can decide what I want to do with that. If I want to keep it, build it up a little bit. I was thinking about maybe making like an ice drag sled. Or just like, if it's really clean, I would probably just clean it up a little bit more or whatever, and just keep it nice and just go from there. But I figure worst case scenario, if I don't end up wanting to keep it, I'll probably be able to flip it and make 15 to 2,000 off this deal. I don't do this often, but it's something I kind of wanted to start doing, was just like flipping sleds. I missed a good deal earlier this week. I should have jumped on it. It was a sled for like $1,700 that I've seen them go for like $4 or $5 grand when they're really clean. So I missed out on that one. But if this works out well, I might just start doing a little bit of this just for fun. I like doing this kind of stuff. I like playing with those. I wish we had a little bit more snow that I could actually take it out and take it for a rip. But if it's super clean, runs really well, maybe I'll take it up to Michigan or northern Wisconsin and go for a quick ride. I don't know. We'll see. But just a quick update on that. I did have an issue with the truck today. So I was just running around town going to get groceries. I was making the video about my loads I got for this week. When I was coming home, I stopped at the bank to get the money for these sleds, and I noticed on my way home that I was getting like turbo flutter, and basically what it was doing was like it felt like it was a little bit of like reduced power, or like giving it the gas, it felt like it was kind of struggling. It had like, it's really hard to explain. Like it had plenty of power, but it wasn't the same power. It almost felt like something was holding it back. And then when I would let off the turbo would like spool down and almost sound like a blow-off valve, but like 4 flutters, like very hard to kind of repeat and explain. And I don't think I could have got it to show up on camera. But what I did was I was trying to figure out what it was. I couldn't find a lot of research on it. A buddy of mine said, you know, why don't you check the air filter, see if it's dirty, which I saw in the Carfax that the air filter was replaced like 30,000 miles ago, so it probably was due for it. And I ordered, if you see in my shorts section, I ordered a bunch of stuff from Doc's Diesel, and I ended up getting 2 new air filters with that order I got. So I had them ready to go, and I was planning on replacing them, but it's like 10 degrees out today. I was just waiting for some nicer weather, because I'm also going to do like the crankcase ventilation filter, and I bought a shorty antenna to put on. I just got a couple things I was going to do to the truck. And like I said, I was just waiting for some nicer weather to do it. But the air filter's super quick, easy to replace, so I went ahead, I pulled out the old one. It was a Fram that was in there. I'm not really up to date on Frams. I thought last I heard that product wasn't great anymore, but I could be wrong. I have no idea. So I did replace it with this Doc's Diesel air filter, and as of right now, the problem seems to be gone. So I've been driving about 30 miles, highway speeds, and like slower speeds, obviously getting through town, getting to the highway, and the issue hasn't shown up. So hopefully it's completely gone, but I'll kind of keep people up to date on that, because otherwise it could be like a sensor or possibly a turbo, which would be terrible. I do have money saved up, you know, through RV transport if something does go wrong, but I would really rather not have to replace the turbo at 125,000 miles. So hopefully this air filter fixed it, doesn't come back, but we'll kind of watch it and see what happens, and then I'll update with some pictures of the sleds once I get them.